Hello and welcome to Manor Lords. My name is Spanj. This game is probably, I would guess, the most wish-listed game on Steam right now. There is a lot of hype about it, and there's very good reasons for it. Now, if you caught my next best live stream, I have already played this game on live stream. If you saw that, well, consider watching some more, because it is a fantastic game. The demo is unfortunately now no longer available. Its last day of availability was yesterday. It was Monday. It was the last day you could play it. So yeah, I recorded some more Manor Lords for your enjoyment today. If you didn't catch the live stream, then check this game out. I think you are going to be very, very impressed. And this is just a demo of an alpha version of the game, a pre-release 0.5 version. So what you're going to see here is not the polished version, as the developer puts it. It's not a full version. A lot of it is locked away. A lot of it is still work in progress. But we're gonna play through as much as we can today in the demo. Like straight away, you can see that the only scenario available in the demo is Rise to Prosperity. But the great thing about Manor Lords, and that's something I hope they build on, is this character creation as well, which is always fun. We are going to be Sir Spanj of Spanginus or something. I don't know. We're going to pick this guy down here because he's got a bit of a beard. I'm loving it. We can also customize our coat of arms if we wanted a coat of arms. We've got a coat of arms if we want to. Look at that. Pretty dopes. So let's see if we can get the channel colors in here. Let's see if we can do this. Secondary color. A nice gold. Look at that. Yes. Yes, the third is the little blue star. The fourth. Let's just make this like a nice little grey or something. Yeah, there we go. Sword. Some hills. Even though hills for reasons. Maybe that, maybe that, maybe that, maybe that. We can change it all up. Point is, we can have ourselves a nice coat of arms, and we can increase, decrease tiling and stuff like that. We can customize it. It's lovely. We can even save it and load in new ones, old ones, or whatever. But here we go. Let's go. We got several difficulty settings. If you want some difficulty settings, we can improve our starting supplies or make them worse. Our approval and stuff. And weather events and whatnot as well. We can increase to difficult or balance. I'm just going to leave it as balance for now because we're going to see what this game is about rather than giving ourselves too much of a challenge. But Manor Lords is going to be massive, dudes. It's going to be massive. It's not only just city building survival. It's going to be wars, armies, total war style battles, all of that stuff later on. And yeah, I'm just so looking forward to it. I think it's going to be an insanely good game, and it is going to be all over Steam and YouTube and everything. I think everyone's going to be doing it. Anyway, welcome. Here we go. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to start our settlement. We need a granary, a logging camp, forager hut, and a storehouse. But let's have a little look around first before we do anything else. Here are our 5 lads that were booted out of a pub and decided, you know what, screw this, let's go and build our own settlement somewhere else where we won't get booted out of our own pub. And we've got some basic supplies here. Some logs, we have a cow, we have some food, firewood and tools, and this is just basically like a camp, and there's just a lot of crows for some reason on the floor. I don't know what's going on, but there we go. Okay, so let's have a little look around the local area. Looks like we've got some hunting here, we got some foraging there and there, some iron deposits there, lots of trees, a nice raised plateau we are forming on. But to give you an idea of the size of the map, we are up in that top area here, and we can expand, I think, at some point into these other areas, which, you know, stone deposits, bees, clay, more animals, iron deposits, and so on and so forth. Or just nothing at all in some areas. But there are trade links as well. This is a trade route here. So this main road running through this area is going to have some traders running along it. Excellent, which is good. This is not a bad starting area. It's pretty good. The fact that we got 2 foraging points is really nice. We got some animals at 35, which is a strong herd. And we have lots of sort of wide open, flat-ish grassland areas, which is lovely. Very, very good. Okay. Next thing we probably want to check is under the farming tab. We want to click the field, and we want to have a look to see what sort of fertility that we've got around here. We've got underground water reserves, and that's interesting. Look at that. We're going to need to put a well down somewhere, and there is actually very little water in this main area here. So the town center is probably going to have to focus around here, where we can have a well, which is interesting. And the only other bit of water is over here by the looks of it. So we got rye fertility, barley fertility, flax, emmer, which is basically like wheat. Rye is very good, emmer is very good by the looks of it, but everything else is not great. Barley, interestingly, up in the hills where this wood is here, or all the way over here, we could maybe get some barley, like a farm set up over here and get some barley. Bit of planning goes a long way. So there we go. So now we know farm, it's probably going to be over here, where we can grow barley, and emmer, flax. Not so much, but we will get some flax, and as flax is not a food commodity, it's really not that important early game. So I'm going to be like, yeah, it's a bit of flax, sucks, whatever. Okay, so if the town center is going to be focused around here, then we're going to need like a road connecting all of this together. We're going to need some hunting, we're going to need some foraging, and all these trees are going to have to go, I think, well, especially these ones up here. Right, so the first thing we want to build then is a logging camp, because essentially that is going to be the source of wood for us to continue building into this settlement and continue building all the way through. We need wood. If you don't build a logging camp, you're going to get yourself stuck, aren't you? So we'll start off with that. Let's speed it up a bit, because it takes a little while for them to get going once you place a thing, but we've got the cow. Cow drags the log while these two have a little chin wag. What are you doing? Dits and Dits. The Dits brothers.
Is that his son?
Oh, it's Jorg.
Tomorrow, find a new home.
Oh, right. Watch out. Yeah. Dits and Jorg. Unassigned progressing. Get building, you two miserable peasants. Speedy uppy. There we go. Right, so we'll get the logging camp done first. And then while they're doing that, we can have a look to see if we can figure out a road. Let's have another look at that underwater source. Underground water. Okay, so it runs along there. I think we need a road running parallel to that sort of water source. So let's say here. And we can make it wiggly windy. The road system in Manor Lords here is really cool. Just you pave it almost like it's an asphalt road. It looks like a proper asphalt road, and then you press the hammer button, and bingo, you've got yourself a little medieval track, just like that. And I think what's particularly kind of impressive about this game, other than the atmosphere, is just the graphics and the detail and stuff. I mean, you can see it while they build this, like every plank in the process is like animated, right? So let's get a dude on that, start chopping some wood, please, sir. Let's move on to the next thing. Is we are going to want a foraging, and we got 2 foraging locations here. We have a foraging hut, I think, there. We can click and hold, and that will spin it round. Okay, and then we can connect a road to that as well. Just like that. And then we'll get them to forage there, and you know, whatever. And we're going to need a hunting lodge as well. Now, there's only 5 guys in our village at the moment. Or, you know, camp. So we have to be very careful about how we use them until we get to the house stage. So we'll stick with the forager hut for now. And then we'll go into a granary to get these missions, or these points down here, completed. Because that'll unlock the next phase of our town. Let's put the granary there.
Let's get to work.
Speedy uppy, get this forager hut complete. We'll put a dude in there, so we've put 1 dude in the logging camp already. We'll put another one in the forager hut. That leaves us with 3. Then we got the granary. It leaves us with 2. And then the storehouse will leave us with 1, basically. So yeah, gets a little tricky with the number of peasants you've got until you get some houses up and you can get some more, like a more labor force and stuff. But yeah, I just love the detail. It's just amazing. Pretty good. Look, the house comes with moss on the roof already. Look at that. You're doing some stairs up there, boys. Could do us for stairs. All right, let's put a dude in there, and he has by default an unlimited work area. Now we can set the work area. You can tell him to absolutely go up here. We need him to go either there and there, and hopefully he will get both of those over time. So the granary's been set up. We're now being warned of exposed storage and exposed food, and that's just because it's just out here in the wild. Granary's building. We'll put a dude on that straight away and get that building up. Let's get the storehouse as well. The storehouse is,
Get to work, lads.
you know, needs to be near, I would say, the logging camp for immediate storage. Granary near where the food is for immediate storage, and so on and so forth. Let's go ahead and put that storehouse there while they're building the granary. And here, you can just enjoy watching it go up. Quite a satisfying animation, really, the building animation in this game. Normally, I say normally, a lot of city builds and stuff, you just see them kind of either just plop down is one thing, there's no animation, or it rises from the ground as like a whole building, for example. We've seen that before. Or it goes up in very sort of fixed stages of development. There's like maybe 2 or 3 stages of build that it sort of notches up in. Whereas as Manor Lords, it is built freaking beam by beam. It's quite impressive. The asset deconstruction. Although the roof does just appear on, I'll admit. They're not laying it tile by tile, which is actually probably good, because otherwise we'd be here for hours, right? We got it on speedy uppy mode. We can hear the guy chopping the trees down in the distance. There's the granary. Let's go ahead and put a person on it. And that person will now offload the bread into the granary. And then the other guys left over will continue to build the storehouse. And then we need the firewood and the wood and stuff to go into the storehouse once it's built. And right now you can just see the old Betsy. Oh, sorry, Bartholomew's the pet cow. Bart. What a beast. Bart the cow. Well, the ox, I suppose. What an absolute beast. There, yeah, he's just used to lug things around, bless him. There we go, storehouse is complete. So we'll put a guy on that as well. And what we really want is all this stuff being put away now. But that does basically leave us with one guy left to do everything else. But there we go, that mission is complete. So we got a new message now. And we need to build a well and 5 houses, or what are otherwise known as burgage plots. Okie dokie, burgage plots. First of all, we're going to move this over. I was hoping to move it there, but I don't think there's quite enough room. Would like to move it a little closer to the storehouse, so let's move it over there. Now, these supplies, food, like I said, should slowly and surely be put now into the various storehouses so they're not exposed. Let's get a well next. I think that's probably one of the more important things, and we should be reasonably close to the road here. Yep. We can put the well a bit over there. Right, we need to put it basically between these 2 blue lines, and that is where the water is. We put it over here, it just, yeah, it must be placed on a water vein, you see. It can actually be placed there, and it seems quite happy with that. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. And we'll have a well. So we have water, we have food, and we have wood for further building. Now, the more people we get, the more people we can put on foraging and stuff like that. But these berries are seasonal. So they're great now, but that's about it. After that, berry deposits vanish. So we need a hunting lodge. But let's not get a hunting lodge before we get more people in the village. And after that, we need a farm. This basically, as the population increases, we need to feed it. And it ain't going to live on berries and meat. So now, once these guys have finished offloading their stuff, I'm going to take the person out of the granary, and then I'm going to put enable idle workers on. And this just means that, you know, anybody idle should come and work this building. They're not, if they haven't got anything else to do, essentially. Which, honestly, doesn't happen very often, to be fair. But we don't need someone in the granary all the time, and we don't need someone in the storehouse all the time. But he's only got a few bits more wood to offload over into there, and then I can take him off. And we can have these 2 guys back to doing building and stuff, basically. And there he is. All right. Take him off. Enable idle workers. And there he goes. He's going to help build the well. Now then, next thing is then houses. So we're going to build the houses along this water vein as well. And hopefully that means that they have this little star icon on them, you see. I don't have enough wood for 4 houses, so let's maybe start with 2. Yeah, not quite. I would like to get the star icon on them, if I can. There we go. If you can get that little star, that means they can be upgraded. Now, early game, that's really important if you can get them, and I'll show you why once they're built. But let's get those 2 built for now, and then we'll see if we can get enough wood to get the other 3 in along the same line. Again, hopefully with little stars on them. In the meantime, we can enjoy the visuals. The other thing you can do as well is hit this, which is a very work in progress feature, but it sticks you in a third person view of, you know, yourself, the lord of the land, in a wonderful red cape and hat at the top, and just like stick it to the peasants there. Yes, that's right. I wear glorious. Hey, how dare you walk through your lord? I'm glitching all over the place. I don't know what's going on. It's work in progress, guys. Yeah, anyway. I have a glorious big ginger beard. And I can't look at myself very much at the moment. But you can walk around your town, is the point. You can have a little walk, and have a little run. And see what you built in all of its finery. Right up close and personal. Really, really good later on when the town is a bit more bustling and stuff. And you got some more of the big builds and whatnot in there. But yeah, really, really nice little touch. Nice feature. I haven't really seen that in a city builder survival before. Yeah, it's like, imagine if Medieval Dynasty was a top-down city builder. Just much, much quicker. Because everything takes a really long time in Medieval Dynasty. Alright, let's speedy uppy. Well, we are at 4 times anyway, so let's get these houses built. Now, as houses are built, we should hopefully start getting families moving in, which means we get a bit more like labor and stuff like that. At the moment, still got the 5 people. But,
Fire above.
there we go. We should be able to start getting. But the reason you want the little stars when you're putting these plots down is for this upgrade icon here. With this upgrade icon, you can plant things like carrots, or when you start getting a bit of money, you can get chicken coops and goat sheds and stuff like that. So really freaking useful. We're getting extra food in, eggs all year round, milk all year round, or carrots, you know, through the growing season and stuff. The carrots, the vegetable gardens take a tool. I'm not sure if it consumes the tool or whether it just uses it like to build it in the first place, because we only have like 1 tool at the moment. Hopefully we can get like a chicken coop or something. Once we get a trade post, we can get a trade post down here. We just need someone to, like, you know, man it, basically. So we can have a trade post there. And then any commodities that we make, like, as soon as we get a hunting post up over here, we can start making leather, for example. Or we can sell firewood once we start making firewood. Or we can start mining iron and turning that into more tools and selling those, and so on and so forth. But in every case, you need people to work everything, and the more people you have, the more mouths you have to feed, and if you can't feed those mouths, they die. So we definitely need to get the food chain, I suppose, in place before anything else, really, before we can even start entertaining manufacturing tools or anything like that. So right, here we go. We need a firewood camp, logging camp. We're going to put that right next to the storage camp right there. And this guy's going to turn some of the logs and stuff that are chopped down into firewood, which we're going to need, you know, in half a year's time as winter sets in. But let's carry on. Let's get these houses built, people. So 2 houses are done. We need another 3. So I'm tempted to put those 3 there, but actually what I might do is carry them on along this road here. Just because I know I can get them 3 stars there. Like that. And that means that also we can put things like church, the market and stuff like that opposite these houses. So 3 more houses to build because we've still got homeless families. Let's get our last 3 lads somewhere to take shelter. Yeah, it's absolutely pissing it down right now. Bart is on the move, dragging logs around and stuff. Bart, what up, mate? MVP, this bloody ox, I tell you. And we have a logging camp, so we have to put someone on that. Start chopping wood into firewood. Let's get going. Once we get these last 3 houses built, then the camp here will disappear. As more families move in, we get a lot more labor and the houses start popping up a lot quicker, but it also means we have more mouths to feed. So I'm going to go ahead and put another person on the foraging over here while we've still got things to forage. There's 84 berries over there. They haven't even started over here yet. And we really should start now considering a hunting lodge. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put that over here.
Get to work, lads.
Then we're going to have a nice little road to that. Down past the well. There we go. Now we've got a very nice warning here. Once this goes down to 3 months of food or fuel, it starts complaining at you. So at the moment, just went over 2 months. Oh no, it's back down to 2 months. Look. Yeah, the food supply is looking a bit diabolical right now. We need those berries harvested. They don't last very long is the only problem. But we can get those berries harvested soon, and then hopefully we can stave off hunger over the winter. We are in June, so we do have time to sort this situation out. Bingo! Here we go. We have our 5 houses. And there we have it. Reichenfurt. Apparently we still have homeless families, even though we have 5 houses. Okay. Okay, alright. Anyway, next is to upgrade 3 of our burgage plots to level 2. We have a food store, a firewood store, and a clothing stall in a market square. Okay. Let's hope that that homeless family figures out that that's actually an available house and they could move into it. But anyway, so to construct or to upgrade a house to level 2 requires to leve 2 requires quite a lot of stuff. So we've got this nice little key here that tells us all about it. A black square is requirement not met. A purple, a gold pin is requirement met. Green is required for the next upgrade, and red will cause bad stuff to happen. Okay. So in order to get to level 2, what we need to provide is 2 types of food, 2 types of clothing, an entertainment type, and a faith type. And then if we can meet all of that, it will be available to upgrade to level 2. That is quite a big step up in these missions. It suddenly goes from, oh yeah, just build this, to, ha ha ha. Now you've got the fundamentals down. Here's a real challenge, sunshine. Off you go. Good luck. Good luck to you. It's really harsh. Anyway, so we're going to add a couple of dudes here onto the hunting. Looks like we're actually out of dudes. That's bad. That is bad. But we can have a look here. We can see everybody is gathering. Assigned, unassigned. No one is unassigned. Everybody has a bloody job, right? Yeah, everybody has a job. Damn. All right. Is that last family moved in yet? It does look like it. Yeah, the camp is gone. That means that we have 3 people in there. 3 people in there. 3 in there. Come on, these are tiny families. Come on, people. 3 in there and 3 in there. Okay, fine. 3 people in these tiny houses. Makes sense, I guess. Okay, so... yeah, right. We got 15 people, and they're all assigned. So I guess 1 person on the hunting ground then will do fine. We need more people. We need more people, which ultimately means we'll have more mouths to feed. Which is, yeah, okay, right, fine. We'll do our best. Okay, let's see if we can get some more houses then. I think 3 more houses, and we will have a good population to then start a farm. Maybe. Maybe, possibly. Let's see if we can do this here. So we have that. That should be, there's 4 houses. Let's go a little bit smaller. 3, but it requires 6 wood. We need 1 more log. Good sir. Chop us one of your finest logs. There we go, 3 more houses. Let's get them built, folks. Although, technically, I guess we've got no one to actually build them at the moment. We have run out of labour. I think they should, between jobs, get on with this anyway. We'll see. We do proper speedy uppy now. So at least we get old Bart delivering the logs. And there you go, yeah. People do turn up to actually build it, even though... Everybody builds up to build it. Holy crap, look at this. They're absolutely flooding in here. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. We are up to August, so we are rapidly approaching winter now. We really... Once we get these houses filled and we get some new people in there, then... whoa, the rain's coming down. Woohoo! That is some rain. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. We can get the farm started, I think. So the farm is over here. This guy. And the farm gets a little bit complicated. We're going to want to farm because over here is where we sort of eyeballed the field fertility, right? So for barley is this spot here. So if we want the farm actually in this spot here. For rye we can grow anywhere, and flax, yeah, whatever. And emma we can grow anywhere. We need to manage crop rotations. We only need 4 logs, so we just need to wait until they've made more logs actually. We need to manage crop rotations. I'll show you all in a second when we're ready to actually build it. Alright, so we should be able to now build a farm. Now that we've got the 3 guys, we're approaching September now, so we're running out of warm weather. So these fields aren't going to actually... I'm not going to actually man these fields or anything like that, but we can at least set them up ready to go. So we need barley for beer, which is one of the things we need for entertainment, one of the requirements. But let's concentrate first of all on food. Food. And perhaps blacks so they can actually get some clothing as well. But also help us over winter. There's a travelling merchant there. And looks like he's merged with Bart. Or is very much up Bart's butt. Is very aggressive. Not nice at all. Alright, so we want to rotate between rye, emma, and possibly flax. With another field doing barley. Let's set up 3 fields along this way here. Now these things, like, you need a lot of people to work these things, right? And as you build these fields out, you'll see the number of field workers increase quite rapidly. The bigger the field, look, now it's 5. You're going to get 5 people from to work a bloody field. Honestly, right? But we'll set up 3 fields here so we can do a 3 crop rotation. Let's switch to the barley focus here so we can see what we're up against. Okay. You guys are coming to build the farm already, which is great. There's a 3rd field, and a 2nd field, sorry, and there's the 3rd one. We're just going to do that. And these aren't very big fields, because it takes so many people to work fields, even this size. And then we can link these fields up so they are connected to a main road. And then we go like a farm road there. Okay, so crop fields then. Crop rotation. Yay! So it would tick the box for rotate crops. Now, all of these are going to be in sort of fallow, I think, for a while. We are approaching September, so they're not going to plant anything this year. So next year, we want probably... Let's start with emma, because we don't actually have the option for rye or anything at the moment. We have emma, flax, and barley. Those are the 3 crops that we have. So you definitely want emma every year, because that is what we can turn into bread, right? So emma, then we fallow on the 2nd year, and then we let's go for flax, because the barley's a bit further along, isn't it, right? So let's fallow this year, and then next year we go emma, and then barley. Okay. And then finally, we have barley this year, then emma, then fallow. And there we go, 3 year. At least there's only 2 fields to work each year, because there will always be 1 in fallow, which basically means the field is resting and stuff like that. Okay, so we should be able to get... Is that emma every year? It is. Year 1, year 2, and year 3. swap these two round. There we go. Year 1, year 3, and year 2. Just to be awkward. We have Emma every year, but we have flax 1 year and barley 2 years. Flax, again, I'm not hugely bothered about this time. Yes, it's going to be useful to make linen, but let's try and get the food situation sorted first. Now, we're okay at the moment because we're getting in lots of meat, berries, and stuff like that, and our population hasn't grown or exploded to the point where they are using all of that. But it will very soon, especially when we need to get the people in to start working these fields. Once that farm is built, I can assign workers to it, and at the moment we have no unassigned families. Everybody is doing something. So we need more houses in order to get more workers in. And this is going to be a very tight situation between getting more families in and getting the food needed to feed them. Hunting camp storage is full because they need to move it to the granary, but we don't have the people to do so. Now, one other thing as well with the hunting camp, this took me a little while to realize, but it has a hunting limit in this section here. Now, if the herd size drops below that limit, they stop hunting, completely stop hunting until it recovers. So you can find yourself suddenly just without any food because the herd size has dropped down and the hunters have stopped doing their thing. So just another thing to watch out for. These guys are basically on the last legs now. There's one berry left there. So this berry hut, once they've finished that and we're into winter, I can free up 4 people here to start working in granaries and storehouses and even the fields and start hoeing and getting it ready for next year. The farm is finished. There we go. And look how many people we can have work this farm. So we need a lot of people. Now, I'm leaving this middle section open here because we're going to have lots of very large buildings to add here. The tavern, the church, brewery, and stuff like that. So this whole middle section, I mean, the trade post will go down here or somewhere around here as well. So you need to leave a big area for the bigger buildings later on. But right now, everything was looking good. We got 7 months of supplies, so I'm very happy with this. That berries has now run out. So let's go ahead and turn this guy off. We'll take those people out of it. And we'll put 1 on the granary. There we go. 1 on the granary. And we'll put 1 in the storehouse. And obviously making sure that food is stored in the granary makes it last longer, and stuff stored in the storehouse makes it last longer and is more protected from environmentals. Stuff like that. I know I've said it before. And I'll probably say it 1,000 more times, but the freaking visuals, man. This game looks so good. It looks so damn good. Alright, let's go ahead and get a few more houses in then. Let's see if we can get 3 more. Yep, there we go. And all with stars as well. Beautiful. Alright, so now that we have the three more houses here, I'm going to start making commodities, or a commodity in particular. I'm going to put a tannery over here. I'm going to start turning the hides that this guy is collecting, presumably into leather. Now, leather can be used for clothing, so it can provide one of the 2 types of clothing that are required for the peasants to be upgradable to level 2. And it can also be traded. Now, if we can start trading and we can get some money, then we can start unlocking the chicken coops and goats on all of these houses. And obviously, if we can buy some tools from them as well while we're at it, then that's even better. So we've got a few more families coming in. We need a bit more resources for that. So let's see if we can add another...
We need more workers here.
No, that's it. We've got 3 workers on the field. So if we can get another one, that would be great. That's 3 houses done. We're going to need even more, but I think we can get another 2 on the end of that road there. And then maybe we can start building the other side of this road. But obviously, I'm hesitant to keep adding more and more people to the village until we get supply chain and stuff set up from the farm and we start baking bread. Think about the workers. Yeah. I'm loving the yellow, guys. It's nice. It's a little bit of brightness in the autumn. But yeah, these guys are gonna sort of get these fields ready for planting next year. And obviously this guy is... This one's in fallow next year, is it this one? This guy's in fallow yet next year, so I don't know why you're working that. You're not going to get any Emma in now. It's November, for crying out loud. But whatever. They're happy. They're happy working, aren't they? Right. So, there we go. Okay, so the berries are done. Berries are gone. Let's kick the guys out of here. There's no longer need for you two in there. So, one of you can go over here. The other one, we'll get into the trade post. Once we get that last bit of wood, I think it was 4 planks. Yep, 4 planks. Oh, we do need one in, actually, the tannery. Never mind, get in the tannery.
Get to work.
And that's it. That's everyone assigned. No one is unassigned. Yep. Okay, so we need more houses when we got some wood in stock. What we can do in the meantime, I suppose, is set up a market area. Market area is just literally an area. Funny that. There we go. It's a market area. Funny that. Oh my god. And then we can set up a food store, firewood store, and a clothing store. The firewood store is probably the most important to set up, like, now, I would say. Just because we need to be able to offload firewood to people while winter is kicking in. Problem is, we don't necessarily have the people to stock or man the firewood stall, I would say. Still, it's quite a quick build, so let's see if we can get someone in there real quick and start supplying the village with firewood, because it's December and we're going to be having snow falling soon. Now, there is firewood available. People just have to go and collect it themselves and stuff, which is fine. But I think it works a little bit better if you have a market stall in the game. And here comes the snow. Here comes the snow. We have 6 months of supplies, food, and wood. We're doing well. What are you doing? Endless is just like, the fuck am I doing here? It's freezing. Go home, you dumbass. There's nothing you can do to that field. It's in fallow. Yeah, it's over. It's over, mate. Go home. I don't know what they're doing. They just stood there, completely distraught that they were trying to work this field when winter sets in. You can slowly see the snow starting to settle. Looks so cool. So good. The details are amazing. It's getting cold, people. Let's go. Dit. Build that freaking thing already, will you? Go, go, go. Build it. Sometimes they seem to just get stuck, look. They just get stuck. I don't know if he's just stuck there forever. He's waiting for something. I don't know what. There we go. We have a firewood stall. So we can assign someone to that. We don't have anyone to assign to it right now. We could take someone out of the storehouse, I guess. That's always risky. Winter is fully in effect. I don't want to jinx it, but so far, so good. We have firewood, we have food. Let's see if we can get these next 2 houses built then. We are good on food and stuff, so I think we can manage it. 3 houses? Really? My god. That's dope, skis. Yeah, 3 houses. Great. I didn't think that plot would be big enough for 3, but get it done, people. Let's go. Yeah, I think the fields are, they could do some work. Looking a bit neglected. Go ahead and get a food stall as well then, in that case.
Let's get to work.
We should have people now to man the stalls. And with this last house, we should have some extra hands for the farm as well. Wait, what was that? Stocks damaged. Stocks damaged by weather. Where? Oh, I think the firewood was damaged by weather in the market stall. Well, that blows. Right, let's get a person on here as well then. Got a market stall for the firewood. Got a market stall for the food. And then we'll have one for clothing once we actually have some clothing and stuff. I guess, you know, leather is being produced, but we're probably going to sell it initially rather than actually give it to the villagers, as it were. Right, we should have another person for the field. Yep. Just double check any unassigned. Nope, that is it. Once again, the town is completed and everybody has a job. Good. Next thing then is the trade post. Although, in fairness, I've very rarely seen traders go along this road. They do, though. It's just not very often, it would seem. Alright, so let's put a trade post. I was hoping it would fit right there, but never mind. He shall fit right there instead then. On the main road. And the music is just beautiful in this game as well. Just listening to the soundtrack a little bit while waiting to this build. Just as this track ends. Start talking about it. There we go. Right, I think the ground is starting to thaw out. We are in February. I'm seeing patches of grass coming back through, slowly through the snow, which means that our guys for the farm need to get back to work. And this is the first year that we'll actually start growing something. Barley and emmer by the look of it. So once again, we need to increase our population because everybody already has a job. So we need more people to do the works. And we need to get foragers back into the huts soon as well. These berries will once again become harvestable. So we need our wood stocks to go back up so that we can build more houses. But we also need someone to man this trading post. Once it's finished, it's almost done. So that any passing traders can buy the leather that we want to sell. At the moment, I'm really not seeing any freaking traders about this. This guy here, he might come up this way. He might go straight past. This guy's the same. It's difficult, but basically the trading post works. Took me a little getting used to this one. You can actually set one of your citizens to go and travel to trade if you're in an area where passing traders just don't seem to exist. You can, but it obviously costs a villager to do that. So you got construction, crops, food, materials, and commodities. What we have at the moment is just leather. So what we can do is we can set twice to sell. Okay. Import and export trying to max stock targets is 4 times or no trade rule. So once is import, twice is export only, and we could set a target of how much we want to keep in stock. This is the difficult thing, right? So it's not target of how much you want to sell, how much you want to keep in stock. So anything, if we're over the stock limit, then it will sell it. And we can probably be down at 15 on the stock limit, should be fine. And that means that we should be able to have leather for sale to the village, like as clothing, and leather to sell here at the trade port. And now if a trader comes past, he'll hopefully buy that leather, and it will be 6 coins per leather. And that'll be quite a nice little bit of money. Now, if we can get a bit of money, like I said, we can start making chicken coops and goat stuff and stuff like that. Later on, when you start making shoes and ale and candles and stuff like that, then obviously you can sell those things as well. But food, you don't want to be selling that. not for a while. Yeah. Pantry limit reached. But it's complaining about not the pantry, the food store, which is, yeah, 18 or 15. Buy some food, people. Come on. So we just need a person to man this store here, and we'll be good. So I might actually take a person off of the farm to do that. And the berries aren't quite back yet, but we are going to need... So we got 6 logs. Let's see if we can make some more houses here and get some more hands. Farmers are on their way back. Let's see what can we do here. That's another 3 houses, all with stars. 6 logs. Boom. Make it so, chaps. Let's go. We need more people to actually have some people back into these forager huts when spring is here. It is literally just about now. So the hunting camp has stopped working right now, because like I said earlier, the herd is under 20. This is a very dangerous time now, because it means that meat is off the menu, boys. But there we go, the berries are back in. So we're going to line up some workers. We don't have them at the moment, but once these houses are built, hopefully we will. Let's go, people. Okay, so family has just joined that one. We need these last two built. And that is a big freaking hill, isn't it? Whee! That's an even bigger hill, though. Big old cliff edge. Yeah, look how quickly that turned around. We had 8 months of food. We now have 2 months of food. We need people to start gathering these berries again. Pronto. Here comes a trader. This will be interesting. Will he buy my leather? I don't know if he will or not. It seems that they are a bit hit and miss. But there's somebody assigned to it. Oh, bingo! There we go. Smashing. We have some money. This is wonderful news because now we can have a chicken coop for 25. And that's going to increase the amount of food that we have all year round with eggs. Fantastic. That is 25 though, and that is all the money we had. But we do have 3 tools because we bought a bunch of tools. So let's get some vegetable garden. Fantastic. We can actually get 2 vegetable gardens. Let's go ahead and do that. Bingo. Lovely. So we use the tools, the money we just got from trade, and these guys basically turn into little micro farms. Smashing. So we have a food stall. Yes. That's going to be starting to wane a little bit. So the field of Emma, estimated harvest is 214 in 138 days. The barley is 106. And nothing. For no known reason. Maybe they haven't planted it yet. I don't know why I've just pinned that. Right. I think they're getting on with it now. Yeah, it looks like they're planting seeds. They're throwing seeds around. Look. I love it. I love the little details. It's so good. They're sowing. Right, okay. Which means we're going to need several things. We're going to need a malt house to turn that barley into something that you can actually brew with, right? We're going to build a little industrial zone around here, basically at this bottom bit here, with brewery and malt house. We also need a windmill. I know, I've forgotten where that is. I'll be honest. Oh, there it is. We need a windmill to turn the emmer into flour, and then a communal oven to turn it into bread. So there's a lot of people involved in that. Right now, this is very worrying. It's a very dodgy time. Looks like there's 22 now, so the hunters should be going back to work. Right? It's a very dodgy time. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more money from this guy as he passes by. And we can get some more veg gardens and chicken coops and stuff, maybe. Let's see. No, nothing that time, unfortunately. Do we even have any leather in stock? Yeah, we have way over stock. I don't know if it's in the trade post, though. Like I said, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You just have to kind of... There's another one coming, fortunately. They might give us some money. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, let's get a windmill set up, because that's more important, I think. Willie, buy! Buy my leather! Buy it, damn you. Bastard! You suck! Yeah, look. Here we go, the chickens! Here, little chicken chicks! Chickens! Fantastic. These guys are getting to work. Planting some veggies as well. Good work, guys. Fucking awesome. So hopefully that'll help our food situation. And also variety as well. All good things. We should, in theory, be harvesting very soon. So if I make a... I can't find it right now. There it is. Communal oven, right? So we're going to make a communal oven. Like over here, I think, would be a good one. I might put it in the middle and start filming some roads around here. Across the center of town. Might be a good idea. So if I place the communal oven there. And then we can connect the road. Like that. And I suppose like that, maybe. There we go. And then, you know, we'll have a church hanging off this at some point. But this is going to be... Oh, it's close to the granary, which is why I wanted to put it there. Bit of a walk from the windmill, but the windmill's next to the where the grain is going to be coming from in 60 days, a couple of months. So we're in June at the moment, so we're expecting August harvest on that. Yeah, a lot of harvesting all at the same time there, because we've got all the barley as well. The berries are pretty much done already. We've pretty much harvested all of them. That seems to be literally all that people are living on right now, because yeah, the animals are sort of being hunted quite harshly. But with these guys growing their own vegetables and stuff like that, should hopefully take the pressure off of the food supplies. Now, at the moment, the traders have left me quite a few tools to turn all of this into vegetable gardens, but I'm hoping to get a bit more money next, so I can get some more chicken coops and some goats, finally. For all of them as well, and that will help things. We need more chicks. I thought that these guys basically sold their products, but I don't think they do. I think it just means that they don't have to rely on town food, if you know what I mean. They can basically feed themselves, is what I'm trying to say. At the moment, it would seem that the firewood is struggling to keep up with demand. Not that we have any problem with that, with 5 months of firewood supply, apparently, but I'm going to put another dude on that. And put another dude on the logging camp as well. Although he's doing a wonderful job of clearing this forest already. Too much so that the animals are kind of moving away. Makes sense. Okay. So everything should be ready now.
Get to work, lads.
For our first harvest of grains. Here we go, look. They are harvesting the crops. Excellent work. 2 fields of barley. I don't know how it happened. I really don't know what happened. The the dates got mixed up on the fields or something. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. We should be getting, very soon, our first grains. Once these guys are finished fanning about in the field, let's get on with it. Work faster. Come on. Ayah! Ayah! Seems like take a patch and then take it to the little stack. It's going to take them a while. We'll leave them to it. Come on, you bunch of lazy bastards. Can you at least get some of this freaking stuff into the windmill already? The food is plummeting, dudes. Absolutely plummeting. Right, we are getting some wheat into storage. And is that going into the windmill? Mill it! Mill it, you bastards! It's always frustrating with these games. You're like waiting for... You're like watching your food decline so fast. It's just going down and down and down. And it's like, all the food is there. You just need to wait for like people to actually freaking put it in the freaking windmill. Do stuff with it. Look, it's just sat there. It's just sat there in there. Mill it. Damn it. So what they do, once they empty all the fields, I guess. There we go. All the fields are empty. Yeah, good, good. Bugger off then. Not off. Right, that goes to fallow. Or is it? Yeah, we're still in that year, aren't we? That's no, that's barley now. No, it's rotated. Okay, so this guy is still barley, and the 3rd year goes to fallow. And now they're all up to date. Right, are you milling? Yes! We are milling! We have milled some flour. Grains! We have 1,000 grains to mill, so get on with it. Right, now get that over here. Get in here. We have bread! We have bread. Bread has been achieved. Vegetables have been achieved. Meat and berries has been achieved. I mean, that's always been achieved, but you know what I mean. Bread has been achieved. I feel like that is an absolute victory right there. Right there. Absolutely. Screw the missions down here. I don't care. Bread has been achieved. This is good news. This is very good news. At a time when meat is running out, we can now have jam on toast. Absolute win. And absolute win. Right, I don't know how we go about expanding into these other territories, whether there's claim with favor or claim with influence. Okay, there we go. So we need a favor or influence. And at the moment, my influence is shite, and my favor is non-existent. So there we go. That was probably not going to happen then. Okay, so the berries have run out. All berries have run out. Get out of there. There's no point of view anymore. Right? Is there? Yeah, do something else. Do something else. Go... trade or something, I don't know.
We need more workers here.
Yeah, we need lads. Right, bread is good. 65 days of food. Fantastic. This is going up. This is good news. we can now maybe get ourselves our final market stall. For now, at least, the clothing market stall. And this will be the one with leather and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and plonk you down. There we go. Gotta work. Yeah. Oh, finally, we have a bit of a production line for food beyond seasonal stuff, you know, or hunting that requires moderation of stuff. Now, the way that I've set up all these gardens, hopefully we should get a nice influx of vegetables. Look at that, 115 vegetables. Yes, vegetables are finally coming in. We have 3 more tools as well. Here's got a chicken coop. I want to leave someone to have the goats. We want the goats on one of these, but we can spend a couple of tools now on some more vegetable plots as well. Oh my god, an absolute relief. I do believe the terror of potentially running out of food is past us. We can now sustain a population. We can now sustain a population. It's now time to build some swanky pants stuff. Village life, that's what we want. We want maltings, that's what we want. Actually, no, ignore that. Before we get a church, we absolutely need a pub. A pub, absolutely need a pub. That's what we want. We want a malt house. We want a malt house. We're going to put the malt house next to the farm down here as well. I'll put someone in there. All that barley needs to be malted, and it needs to be brewed. And winter is here. And ladies and gentlemen, we've pretty much run out of time today for this episode of Manor Lords. But I do want to thank you so much for joining me once again for this incredible game. It is coming along very nicely, and it is not just a city survival sim builder thing. There is war, there is battles, there is soldiers. Everything is grayed out in the demo. We have army and military recruitment down here. The full game is going to be very interesting indeed, and I am looking forward so much to bringing it to you. For now, I hope you can enjoy this little tiny slice provided to us from the Next Fest demo that is unfortunately no longer available. But we will be keeping a very close eye on this game because it is looking awesome. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.